A House Oversight Committee hearing was briefly derailed yesterday after Representative Jasmine Crockett's criticism of Nancy Mace's fixation on anti-trans messaging led to this extraordinary moment.
I can see that somebody's campaign coffers really are struggling right now. So she gonna keep saying trans, trans, trans so that people will feel threatened. And child, listen, I want y'all to tell me whether or not.
Do not call me a child. I am no child.
I want
Don't
to
even
find
start.
out
I am a grown
which
woman.
of those emails actually have. Chairman, I am reclaiming my time.
You will not do that. I am not a child.
I am reclaiming my time.
If you want to take it outside,
Mr. Chairman.
Republican Chair James Comer ultimately ruled that threatening another member is okay as long as it's in the form of a question or if, it's Republicans doing it. Also, if you needed any further confirmation that Nancy Mace lives a homogeneous lifestyle, Representative Crockett said child, not child. Nancy Mace is from South Carolina, America's OG slave market, which to this day is composed of 1/3 Black people. So, you'd think she'd be passingly familiar with the term. A point Congresswoman Crockett underscored by tweeting the lone word after the exchange. And Congresswoman Crockett joins me now. Congresswoman, there's a thing that the young folks call clout chasing.
Oh, absolutely.
Let me show you the pinned tweet on Nancy Mace's Twitter right now. Here's 2 tweets. One, I am no child. I'm going the F-U-C-K off. So cussing, threatening you. What is happening here?
Listen, I don't really know what to say of Donald Trump's party because it's not the Republican Party. And for anyone who considers themselves to be a Republican, then I ask you, if you are someone that believes in small government, if you are someone who believes in family values, if you are someone who believes in law and order, there is nothing about the people that still have an R in front of their name that lines up with that. It is time to find a new home. I know that it can be easy to just say, well, let me select the R. But if we're going to get back to real standards and if we're going to actually get back to conducting business in the House, then we need to get some serious people. And right now, people play on the fact that they can make money. I literally had my team look up her FEC documents because in my soul, I was like, you must be broke. She's not exactly broke, but I have 3 times as much money on hand. She needs some more money. So this was about money. And the idea that you would do it at the expense of children or the idea that you would do it at the expense of one of your colleagues is a problem. And the fact that you would go so far as to try to threaten violence and then hide behind the fact that they don't believe in law and order and then want to play with me because she knew that I was about to go in on her. And she thought that maybe she was going to end up with a B6 moment like her friend Marjorie. And ultimately, she kind of did. Because people are asking for the T-shirts, and we gonna help them out.
I mean, the reality is to your point of trying to raise money, she's obviously looking for attention.
Yes.
This is somebody who said to her aides, allegedly, that she wanted during January 6th to get punched in the face so that she could go on Fox with a bruised face. This is somebody who knows that her party spent more than $200 million, $215 million on TV ads specifically attacking trans rights. She used to be pro-trans. She used to be pro-LGBTQ. She shifted and now has decided this is her mission. It's her ministry. Let me play the other thing that's on one of those pinned tweets on her, the video that's on it.
Coming from a party that can't define what a woman is and won't give women the right to privacy. You all want men with penises, chicks with in the bathroom with us. You want women to be forced to undress in front of men in the locker room and in dressing rooms. And it's so hypocritical for you to sit here and say and be, screaming from the rooftops about the right to privacy and civil rights when you don't respect women.
There's a level of vulgarity there that I think is undecorous for a member of Congress. The whole B6 moment, and we've talked about this, came from you avoiding saying
another B.
A curse word that starts with
another
B.
B.
And so the idea is that you went out of your way to not use a vulgarity with a fellow member. And that's how that whole moment happened. The fact that she not only felt the need to attack you and threaten you, but that she literally used another vulgarity on camera in the well of the House. Do you believe she should be sanctioned? And what do you make of her ethics and her morals?
Okay, so there are no ethics, there are no morals, but we know that that's throughout the MAGA kind of establishment, right? I mean, look at the guy that's about to swear in. He is setting the standard, and we know that that is very low. I do think, though, again, this goes back to if you really are a true red Republican, is this what you think of when you think of family values? That the fact that your children cannot watch a committee hearing
on C-SPAN.
Correct, on C-SPAN, because you never know if somebody like this is going to just randomly, this was an organizational meeting. This was not a hearing about trans folk. I do want to be clear. But every single hearing, she is going to talk about trans people. She did it today when we had a telework hearing. I don't know what trans folk got to do with telework, but she was going to make sure that she brought it in. So she's going to keep doing it because for some reason she's making money. But I'm telling you, she's not even making good money off of it. Like, you probably could find something else to do. Yeah. Maybe start serving your constituents. Maybe actually come up with legislation that will help them so that they know that they will be safer when the next storm comes through on the East Coast. Maybe figure out how to bring some jobs to your constituents in South Carolina. Maybe figure out how you can have worker protections for the people that are working in factories in South Carolina. I got a long list of stuff she could do that would actually be helpful to not only her coffers, but also her constituents.
Yeah, she's introduced more than a half a dozen bills specifically about trans people. She's obsessed, and she didn't used to care about this issue at all. In fact, she was pro-LGBTQ. Look it up. Google is there to help. Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett, thank you, who's always creative and non-vulgar, which we appreciate. It's because she's a member of Delta Sigma Sorority Incorporated. Coming up.
Happy belated Founders Day.
Happy belated Founders Day. Thank you.